We warmly welcome our guests to the third convocation of the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture. You are requested to be seated as the convocation procession will begin promptly at 10 a.m. The convocation procession will consist of a total of 27 graduating students, 12 from the Faculty of Architecture, 12 from the Faculty of Design, and 3 from the Faculty of Fine Arts. This is the third graduating class of the Faculties of Design and Fine Arts, and the second graduating class of the Faculty of Architecture. In line, behind the graduating students are the part-time faculty and the full-time faculty, followed by the coordinators and heads of departments. Members of the Executive Committee and members of the Board of Governors will then follow. Lastly, the Chairman of the Executive Committee, Mr. Salim Thariani, will escort the keynote speaker, Mr. Khalid Ishaque, and the Executive Director, Mr. Mukhtar Hussain, will escort the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan.
The design for our convocation robes is based on the abba, which was worn on ceremonial occasions in the Mughal courts. The material selected is the handloom cotton susi, traditionally woven in Sindh. It is embroidered in patterns evolved from the Mughal designs. The headgear is a combination of the Mughal turban and the hunza cap worn even today by both men and women of the northern areas. All participants of the procession wear off-white khadi shalwar kameez woven at the school campus by master weaver Mr. Abdul Wahid. The theme music for the convocation was composed by sitar maestros Ustad Imdad Hussain and his son Ikhlaq Hussain. It is based on Rag Darbari and was performed live by them at our first convocation in 1994. Each year, a special exhibition is arranged by the school on the occasion of the convocation. In 1994, it was an exhibition of 64 prominent artists of the city and was perhaps the largest representative exhibition in several years. Last year, we had arranged a unique exhibition of selected works of art from the private collection of Mr. Wahab Jafar. This year, the school proudly presents an exhibition of art and architectural work of its faculty. Also on exhibition is the selected work of graduating students. The exhibition can be viewed immediately after the convocation ceremony and will remain open until the 19th of December from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The tradition of planting a fruit tree on the campus by the graduating class will continue this year. The new graduates will plant a chiku tree at the conclusion of the convocation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the convocation procession is about to commence. I now request the guests to rise and join our first-year students sing the national anthem. The Registrar will request the Chairman of the Board of Governors to declare the convocation open.
Sir, may I request the Chairman to please declare the convocation open.
We begin the proceedings with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Fatima Nayyar, final year student of the Faculty of Architecture.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عما يتساءلون عن النبأ الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا صدق الله العظيم.
This recitation was from Surah An-Naba, ayats 1 to 17. The English translation is presented by Murtaza Nemat Ali, third-year student of the Department of Communication Design.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. What do they question one another about? Is it about the great event, the day of judgment, concerning which they differ? Soon, indeed, will they come to know. We repeat, soon surely will they come to know. Have we not made the earth a bed and driven in the mountains as stakes? We have created you in pairs and made your sleep a source of rest, and made the night a covering, and made the day for the activities of life. We have built above you 7 strong heavens and made the sun a brightly burning lamp. We send down from the dripping clouds water pouring forth abundantly, that we may bring forth thereby grain and vegetation and luxuriant gardens. Thank you.
The Executive Director of Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture, Mr. Mukhtar Hussain, will now present the welcome address.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Chairman of the Board of Governors, Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan, Mr. Khalid Ishaque, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Executive Committee, founders, faculty members, graduating students, my other dear students, parents, and friends of the Indus Valley School, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all to the 3rd convocation of the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture. We are proud to have with us today Mr. Khalid Ishaque, renowned lawyer, scholar, and linguist, who will address this gathering. Khalid Sahab has been a practicing lawyer since 1948. In 1958, he was appointed Additional Advocate General and later became Advocate General of Pakistan, which office he resigned in 1964. He is currently practicing on the civil side of the High Court of Sindh and the Supreme Court of Pakistan. He has held many important positions, including that of President of the High Court Bar Association. He has been a project director and advisor of Islamic research and Islamic law, and also professor of Sirat al-Nabi at Sindh University. He has been a member of the Council of Islamic Ideology and a member of the Board of Governors of the International Islamic University, Islamabad. He has written extensively on Islam, philosophy, human rights, constitutional law, and Islamic constitutional theory. Besides this, he has had a deep interest in comparative political and economic theory, and also literature and the arts. Besides being author of scores of articles in his fields of interest, he has written 3 books, namely Constitutional Limitation, an essay on the exercise of political power, which I must say is a very pertinent and little understood issue in our country. His other books are Law and Family Planning, which explores the idea of family planning in Islam, and finally, Islamic Principles of Economic Management. Perhaps most significantly, Khalid Sahab has a library containing nearly 200,000 books, possibly one of the largest personal collection of books anywhere. This collection contains, besides law books and journals, a very comprehensive coverage of every aspect of Islamic law and philosophy, and numerous other subjects. We are very grateful and honored to have Mr. Khalid Ishaque, who, in spite of his multifarious commitments, has accepted our invitation to be with us and to present the keynote address at this convocation today. Before I proceed further, I would like to acknowledge the invaluable contribution to the school by Mrs. Noor Jahan Bilgrami, a founder member who was the executive director until March this year. She was head of the school from the very beginning, through its formative years when, at every stage, new problems and new challenges had to be faced and resolved. Standards and traditions had to be set. All those here who have known the school during this period will agree with me that she did a marvelous job. At the first convocation 2 years ago, Mrs. Bilgrami had observed of Karachi as, and I quote, "This city of uncertainty and insecurity, where all institutions are crumbling, where brutal, insane killing and destruction is rampant, and where growing doubt and mistrust lurks among people." 1 year later, that is, last December, she could not help saying that our city continues to bleed. We are all relieved that 1996 has not been a continuation of the same trials and tribulations for the people of Karachi. We are hopeful that, in spite of all that may seem a bit dismal on the political horizon, things will, inshallah, improve both for the city and for our beloved country. It is with this renewed confidence in our future well-being that we at Indus Valley have been carrying the torch forward and our commitment to a mission onward. In the last 7 years since we took on our first batch of 45 students, we have come a long way. In June 1992, the foundation stone of our main building was laid. In 1994, the school shifted to its permanent campus on this site. The same year, we were fortunate in being granted the charter to function as a fully autonomous university-level institution. In March 1996, a further milestone was achieved when the Pakistan Council of Architects and Town Planners also gave recognition to the B.Arch degree offered by the school as equivalent to other qualifications listed on its schedule. With the new admissions, our total strength this year reaches nearly 250 students. We have 50 full-time and part-time faculty members, including 5 who have joined full-time this year. Today, we are gathered to bestow professional degrees on our second batch of graduates in architecture and the third batch in fine arts and design. We have 4 departments: fine arts, textile design, communications design, and architecture. These are fed by a common foundation year program in the first year in which all the disciplines participate. The curriculum also provides supporting courses such as philosophy, history, etc. at all levels to the 4 departments. We have been looking forward to starting classes in the Institute of Engraving and Printing Technology, established last year in collaboration with the Pakistan Security Printing Corporation. This has been delayed because we are unable to operate the 2 presses already installed due to limited power supply currently available to us. We hope to make a start in the coming year. Besides carrying on with their respective academic programs, each department is involved in professional interactions with other agencies and organizations. The Fine Arts Department was awarded a commission by the Pakistan Navy to paint a 12-foot by 40-foot long mural for the National Maritime Museum at Karsaz, Karachi, which will be opening shortly. The completion of this mural through concentrated teamwork has been a remarkable achievement for which Mrs. Noor Jahan Bilgrami deserves special credit. Students in the textile department under Mrs. Shahnaz Ismail designed greeting cards which will be used to raise funds for the Institute of Urology at the Civil Hospital, Karachi. Students of this department who are graduating today were awarded the first prize in a competition organized by the Governor's House to select furnishing designs from amongst all the art schools and colleges in Sindh, and I'm very proud of that. Students of the Communications Design Department under Mrs. Nilofer Farooq undertook several projects to promote awareness, including posters for the IUCN, graphics for the Human Rights Education Program, and advertising campaigns to popularize the National Museum, Karachi. Illustrations prepared for the book group by fifth semester students of this department have been included in its Urdu textbook Basant for 10th class students. Faculty members of the architecture department under Mr. Shahid Khan have prepared proposals for the redesign of the submarine roundabout Clifton. Students and faculty members of this department are also engaged in documenting and providing guidelines for the restoration of the St. Patrick's Cathedral, Karachi. As always, several members of our faculty have been active professionally. Meher Afroz, renowned artist and member of the Fine Arts faculty, was given the Painting Award at the 7th National Exhibition of Visual Arts held at Islamabad last April. David Aylesworth, also of the Fine Arts Department, participated in a major international exhibition at Copenhagen this summer. More recently, David's work was put up at the Rohtas Gallery, Islamabad, as part of the Karachi group show. Mrs. Nilofer Farrokh, head of the Communication Design Department, was invited to conduct a workshop on creativity at the first Communication Arts Conference. In September, she presented a paper on identity in the visual arts at a 3-day seminar organized by the Goethe Institute, Karachi. Usman Ghori, also of communication design, recently held a solo exhibition of graphic prints at the Rohtas Gallery, Islamabad. His work has also been selected for an exhibition at the Portland Museum of Art, USA. Just last week, our girl students made the school proud by reaching the finals of the Greenwich Inter-College Women's Softball Championship. They are being encouraged to bring out a newsletter, open and run a souvenir shop, perhaps start a drama society, and prove themselves further in the field of sports. I look forward to some of these developments taking shape during the coming year under the able guidance of Mrs. Shahnaz Ismail, Head of Textile Design, who has been designated Student Advisor, a position created this year to guide and promote student extracurricular activities. Our graduates of the past 2 years have settled down to work. Most have jobs with architectural or advertising firms. Some are with the textile industry, whereas some others are working on their own and have held group exhibitions. Several alumni are also on our faculty. In this context, it is worth mentioning that our alumni have formed an association with a challenging agenda of working closely to further the message and interests of the school, in addition to pursuing their own common interests. Mr. Anjalandran, architect from Sri Lanka, was invited by the school to help develop a curriculum for the history of art, architecture, and culture courses that focuses on this region. He stayed for 4 weeks, February to March, during which time he kept up a healthy tempo of seminars, presentations, and field trips. About the same time, Mr. Cho Padamsi, architect and head of the Bartlett School of Architecture in London, who had been here last year to help revise the architecture curriculum, came over once again to review the program content and faculty requirements over a 6-week period. I must record my gratitude to both these gentlemen who have given their time voluntarily and whose contribution to the school is invaluable. A vigorous program of study trips to supplement classroom and studio learning, particularly for history of art, design, and architecture, has continued. Besides several trips to places of interest in and around Karachi, students have been taken to Bhidsha, Umarkot, Ranikot, Sakhar, Multan, Lahore, etc. The school has once again played host to or been the venue for a number of exhibitions, seminars, and workshops this year. Significant among these were a printmaking workshop by visiting artist Ruqayya Sultana from Bangladesh in April, an exhibition, Making Space for Theatre, sponsored by the British Council during May, our annual exhibition of the thesis projects in early August, an exhibition of photographs by the Swiss photographer Ernst Scheidegger, jointly arranged with the Pakistan National Council of the Arts and the Swiss Consulate General, Karachi, in early October. A month later, Mr. Scheidegger himself visited the school and took part in a panel discussion. A 3-day workshop on preservation of paintings through the courtesy of PNCA and the Japan Cultural Center took place in October. This was attended by several famous artists, some of whom I see in our midst this morning. And finally, an exhibition of posters by the German artist Prechtel, which was jointly arranged with the Goethe Institute Karachi, was held at the end of November. These events are seen as an important extension of our academic program for the benefit of our faculty, students, and the community. Some of these events have given us the opportunity to interact with other organizations which are active in the field of art and culture in this city. In addition to those already mentioned, I must acknowledge the continuing good relations and support of the Department of Architecture, Dawood College of Engineering and Technology, Karachi, the National College of Arts, Lahore, the Pakistan Design Institute, and the International Union for Conservation of Nature, among others. We value these linkages and look forward to strengthening them in years to come. This semester, 3 concurrent 12-week workshops were conducted through our Fine Arts Department. 2 of these were for painting and 1 for sculpture. Altogether, 33 participants were awarded certificates of attendance. More such workshops are planned for the coming year. A regular program of lectures by visiting scholars and professionals has been started. Each Thursday afternoon, a speaker selected for exceptional contribution in his or her field was invited to come and address the students and faculty. Prominent architects were also invited to present their work on Saturday mornings. Let me remind you that this school is a non-profit, non-commercial organization. The funds used for construction of the campus have been raised entirely from private donations made by individuals and institutions. The tuition fee received from students is barely sufficient to cover routine operating expenses such as salaries, payment of utility bills, and other consumables. The fee charged by Indus Valley is perhaps the lowest amongst the private professional schools in the country. Consequently, all equipment, furniture, and books must be paid for from other sources. And you must believe me when I say that it is indeed a challenge to build up a vision so grand in so short a time, in so daunting a manner. We nevertheless continue to provide financial assistance through Qarz-e Hasna loans to all students who qualify for admission, but who do not have the means to pay part or whole of their tuition at this school. We are gathered here on this campus for this ceremony for the 3rd time. As you walk around afterwards, you will notice that the main building is almost complete. The communication and textile departments have been relocated in expanded premises. The students now have a cafeteria, which is a lively center for student-faculty interaction. The foundations of the 2 blocks of the Nusarwanji building over there are complete. This is the 100-year-old warehouse from Kharadar, which was purchased by the school, documented, and systematically dismantled stone by stone. We shall be rebuilding the structure on this site using the same 15,000 or so stones which are presently lying on the adjacent plot, labeled and numbered. The rebuilding will use, as far as possible, all original timber flooring, windows, and doors. Work on this exciting project will be taken in hand again as soon as sufficient funds are available. We are hopeful that the building works will be completed within the next 2 years. Major credit for most of the building works and for the canopy under which we are gathered today goes to Mr. Shahid Abdullah, architect and founder member for his untiring and meticulous attention to every detail. I'm happy to inform you that the school is ready to start a computer center early next year, partly through the generosity of IBM Pakistan, for which we are extremely grateful. The center, once fully functional, will enable us to run training classes for students and faculty, besides enabling computerized design work and helping us in other administrative ways. The most important item on our agenda for the coming year is building up our library. At present, we have about 2,000 books, 150 bound volumes of professional journals, and about 7,000 slides. Nothing would make me more happy than to see this library expand rapidly towards 10, 20, or 30,000 books in the near future. In this venture, may I request you, Khalid Sahab, to guide us so that the Nasrwanji building, once rebuilt, is no longer just a warehouse, but a warehouse of knowledge and creative endeavor. We look forward to the generosity and support of all our well-wishers in making this dream possible. Having come a long way in the past 7 years, we still have a long way to go. Having been through a formative phase, we must now look towards consolidation of our philosophy in clear terms. We must try to institutionalize our procedures and methods, have the confidence to face new challenges with the same resolve and commitment that has enabled us to come this far, but perhaps accommodate changing perceptions that will inevitably come up with time and circumstance. Whereas we must not waver from our chosen path, we must, with open minds, constantly strive to upgrade our standards and methods in all spheres. Let me conclude with a few words for the graduates who are to receive their degrees today. You have earned your professional degrees through personal commitment, dedication, creative vision, and of course, hard work. This school has not only provided you the basic training in your chosen field, but has tried to inculcate in you a value system that should enable you to become socially responsible and intellectually aware citizens. As you proceed beyond the sheltered confines of our school campus, the training and the values will be forever yours, to your own advantage and also for the benefit of our society, to which you owe the best of your expertise. We wish you success and fulfillment and look forward to your continuing affiliation with the school. Thank you very much.
May I now request Mr. Khalid M. Ishaque to deliver the convocation address.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Mr. Chairman, honored members of the faculty, honored guests and students. I am in a serious dilemma when I have to address an audience like this, where the real guests are the students who have to receive their degrees. They are in a happy mood, they are looking forward to the completion and recognition of their merit in the work that they have been devoted to for a long time. And then we see the parents who perhaps want to hear something more than what would be agreeable to the students. I had written a paper, and by the time I came here and saw the bright faces, I thought that was too heavy, though I would recommend you to spend some time reading it at leisure and reading also the books I refer in that paper. In one sense, all the students who join an institution like the present one are rebels against the ordinary. And why I say so? Because the ordinary in our country is really sick. I recall I was called by a university to speak on the Eighth Amendment, which is again subject matter of considerable debate today. And I asked the members of the faculty and the students that you are talking vigorously about this subject. Has anyone seen or read the Eighth Amendment? And I'm sorry to say, not one person amongst the teachers or the student community could say that they had even looked at or knew what the Eighth Amendment was. And here were postgraduate students got together to discuss the Eighth Amendment. You are rebels, as I said. You don't want the ordinary. You seek a new view, a new vision of the universe around you. With ages we know that from the view of the universe 2000 years back, the universe today looks quite different. It has new possibilities, it has disclosed new resources, and the very concept of earth, time, moral values, God, all of them have undergone massive changes. It would be my advice to you and also request to you that in whatever profession, and you have many possibilities, you get into, don't lose this capacity for looking at the universe afresh, of recognizing that which is new, or at least new for us as human beings. Let me give you an example. I read Quran every day. There are verses in the Quran which says that it is not possible for the sun to catch the moon, nor for the moon to catch the sun. And then in the Surah Qiyamah there is a verse which says that on the day of judgment, the sun and the moon will be joined. It struck me like a contradiction with the knowledge I had. Within a few days of this perception, I came across a book by one gentleman, a scientist, Mr. Tipler. And he wrote that this universe or this world will end, as Quran says, because on that date the sun would have lost so much of its nuclear energy that it will expand so much that all the stars around it will be swallowed up by the sun. I found an amazing unity of perception. And then with the inside the book, he writes that I believe the end would come as Quran says in its text. I'm giving you one example of the new dimensions about universe that science is discovering, and the need for the religious people, and Pakistanis are a religious people, for them to introduce themselves to the world of science, to the world of new metaphysics, and see what is this universe about in the field of economics, our perceptions are changing. We know that if humanity has expanded, so have the resources. Your engagement in the profession and the possibilities of making money in the profession would be profound. They would want to consume all your time of day and night to plan, to reconstruct, and to make money. But please, and I repeat, please do not lose this urge to discover what is new, to discover the new unities in this diverse universe. And this is frankly as true for the parents who permitted their children to join an institution like this, as it is true for the students themselves. In my profession of law, I have lost many young men that I trained because they became very successful lawyers. Some are making much more money than I ever did. But the fact is that it is fundamentally important to make a decision at this stage of life that whatever else you achieve, and you will all make a lot of money, because this nation is committed to a value pattern where making a big, beautiful house is a priority number one. Though Quran speaks differently about it. However, the point is that this search for the new, search for what is novel, search for what is all about new relationships in the universe. All these are matters not merely for professors, but for every person, and particularly those who have willfully studied to cultivate their capacity for novelty, for new truths. And I recall a very interesting verse at the foot of a painting by Ford, Maddox Ford, where the last line is, as I recall now, it is his 6-year-old granddaughter who is sleeping, and he's drawn a portrait of hers. He says, and tomorrow you shall be the new truth and I the old lie. So my request is that the capacity to be the new truth, the knowledgeable new truth, the impressive new truth, that must remain your guiding light. Whatever you do, however busy you are, and it is possible to do both things together. In fact, I have discovered, now that I am over 70, that with all that I did professionally and otherwise, I yet wasted a lot of time. So that there is never a shortage of time. The shortage is always of will to do something. The other fact that I wanted to speak about is that college activities are all very good, but don't allow these activities, some of which have been mentioned today also, to wean you away from the major activity of intellectual and spiritual enterprise. True art is a spiritual experience. It is no doubt in color and in paint and in stone, but it is essentially a spiritual experience. And however you view your profession and the instructions of your would-be clients, remember this, that your responsibility is not merely to your company, to the client, but also to the whole universe of which you constitute a part. And this responsibility requires much more, demands much more from those who have greater capacity. If you look at the history of art in the West or in the East, there was many centuries back, right up to recent times, a great preoccupation to reproduce what existed. I'm requesting you to seek what does not yet appear in the universe. Try to find an expression for it. As artists, as poets with the pen, you can do this. And even if you can't fully achieve what you set out, you start a trend, and progressively life will become more meaningful for you, and it will open new vistas for those who succeed you. There has been too much talk about college activities. Yes, do have them. But reading and updating yourself intellectually with whatever is happening in the current world, that is no less important. I don't know what the people who run the institutions of architects or arts tell their students, but I tell everyone who joins my office that what you learned in the law college was either rubbish or not worthwhile. Your real life as a student starts today when you start your work as a lawyer. Because whatever else you do, by this method, you are starting your life in terms of what you want it to be. Well, that is what I would tell the students, that you have been given the tools, you have been given the means, and the good salary that all of you will receive when you join the offices. That will give you the leisure and the time to pursue the spiritual enterprise of seeing the universe in a new light and become a guide in a manner that religious leadership, political leadership has not succeeded in being. With these words, I'll take your leave. Congratulations and good future. Thank you.
I will now request the acting head of the Faculty of Architecture, Mr. Shahid Saeed Khan, to read out the citation and present the candidates from the Faculty of Architecture to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Architecture, to which I pray they be admitted. Zehra Ansari. Rizwan Sadiq. Sadaf Kudusi. Amna Munim Khan. Muniza Hassan. Ufera Atiq. Sharmeen Ibrahim. Saadullah. Batul Zera Izhar. This student is not present, sir, so we will have to give it to her at a later stage. Ahmad Iqbal Mia. Anwar Ali Kwatawala. Kashif Akram. Thank you.
Mrs. Nilufar Farooq, Coordinator of the Department of Communication Design, will now read out the citation and present the candidates from the Department of Communication Design to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of design in the Department of Communication Design, to which I pray they may be admitted. Ruqayya Samin, passed with distinction. Fariha Zaim, passed with distinction. Yamine Chhapra. Zehra Zaidi. Amna Ansari. And Saima Ahmed, who unfortunately is not present here.
Mrs. Shahnaz Ismail, Head of the Department of Textile Design, will read out the citations and present the candidates from the Department of Textile Design to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of design in the Department of Textile Design, to which I pray they may be admitted. Moizur Rahman Shah, Shamoon Sultan Allahwala, Khadija Inayatullah, Sabine Rizvi, Hina Ejaz Faruqi is absent. Farheen Wahaj.
I request Mrs. Noorjahan Bilgrami, head of the Faculty of Fine Art, to read out the citations and present the candidates from the Faculty of Fine Art to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of Fine Art in the Fine Art Department, which I pray they be admitted. Lina Musa. Mehnaz Alvi. Manishe Ali. Thank you.
अभी पढ़ा गया आप पढ़ा गया
रिक्वेस्ट किया जाएगा
आप पढ़ा
अभी अनाउंस होगा आप बैठे
नहीं बताइए नहीं जैसे मैसेज समझ आवाज़ जाएगी नहीं वहाँ पर
ये कहाँ है ना माइक
माइक है
अच्छा कुछ नहीं होगा
मुझे कुछ नहीं अनाउंस किया।
I request the Chairman, Board of Governors, to please accept the students for the award of the degrees with their respective disciplines. The students will now.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairman Board of Governors of this school, I admit you to your respective degrees and charge you that ever in your life and conversation you do prove yourself worthy of the same.
Academic awards are presented to graduates who have achieved a distinction for their overall academic performance. The minimum passing marks in the final assessment is 65%, whilst a distinction is awarded to students achieving 85% and above. May I request Mr. M. Khalid Ishaque, our guest of honor, to present the awards to the recipients. Ruqayya Samin from the Department of Communication Design. Faria Zaim from the Department of Communication Design. The 1996 award for outstanding research and dissertation carried out by a student of the graduating class instituted in memory of Dr. Salim-uz-Zaman Siddiqui goes jointly to Shamoon Sultan Allahwala from the Department of Textile Design and Faria Zaim from the Department of Communication Design. Shamoon Sultan Allahwala from Department of Textile Design and Faria Zaim from the Department of Communication Design.
I now request the Executive Director, Mr. Mukhtar Hussain, to make the announcement for the Founders Award.
The Founders Award, ladies and gentlemen, has been instituted to give recognition to a student of the graduating class who has not only excelled in his or her academic performance, but who also, A, showed a strong commitment to the school and the chosen profession, B, participated in extracurricular activities within and outside the school, and C, has been humble, open-minded, and mature in dealings with faculty members and with fellow students. In other words, to give recognition to the graduate who most closely reflects the philosophy of the school as envisaged by the founders. May I now request one of the founders of the Indus Valley School, Mr. Imran Mir, to please come up on the stage to present the Founders Award. This year, the student unanimously nominated for this award is Shamoon Sultan Allahwala of the Department of Textile Design.
I am very happy to announce that on the occasion of the third convocation, the school has received a very valuable gift from Mrs. Sherbano Hashim Ismail and her son, Mr. Aziz Hashim Ismail. It is a sculpture carved in wood by Pakistan's most eminent sculptor, Shahid Sajjad, who is also one of the founders of the school. The piece will become a part of the school's permanent collection. I will request Mrs. Sherbano Ismail to kindly come to the stage to unveil the sculpture.
इंडस वैली स्कूल ऑफ आर्ट एंड आर्किटेक्चर की जानी पहचानी शख्सियत जनाब निसार अहमद साहब की है। इन्हें बड़े और छोटे सब एहतराम और मोहब्बत से नाना कहकर पुकारते हैं। निसार अहमद नाना स्कूल के तामीराती कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बब्बू बिल्डर से वाबस्ता हैं, जिन्होंने स्कूल की तामीर का बेशतर काम किया। नाना अब 85 बरस के होते हैं, लेकिन जवानों से ज़्यादा काम करने वाले, छोटों को हौसला देने वाले, पुरकशिश शख्सियत के मालिक और ख़ुद अपनी ज़ात में एक अंजुमन हैं। इन्हें यहाँ की एक एक ईंट से प्यार है और आज इस अहम मौके पर जनाब निसार अहमद नाना के एतराफ़ खिदमत के लिए मैं स्कूल की तामीर के निगरान आर्किटेक्ट जनाब शाहिद अब्दुल्ला से दरख्वास्त करती हूँ कि स्टेज पर तशरीफ़ लाएं और जनाब निसार अहमद नाना की खिदमत में एजाज़ पेश करें। अगर नाना यहाँ मौजूद हैं तो प्लीज़ स्टेज पर आ जाएं। ट्रांसपोर्ट स्ट्राइक की वजह से मुमकिन है वो यहाँ आ नहीं सके हों।
I now request the Chairman of the Executive Committee, Mr. Salim Tharyani, to announce the next presentation.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Mr. Khalid, Ishaque, guests, colleagues, and friends. In the capacity that I serve the school, I have a host of duties to perform. Occasionally, an event arises when duty becomes a pleasure and an honor. And fortunately for me, this is such an event. The school wishes to honor a personality who has given perhaps all that was possible in the performance of duty. And I know this personally at great personal cost. Faced with the demands of the school, the family, and profession, the profession was sacrificed at great financial loss to serve the school, not once, not twice, but for years, for 5 continuous years. And we have all been a witness to this. Whatever was given with enthusiasm, sincerity, verve, and imagination, and ever ready to sacrifice personal gain for the interests of the school. If to all these qualities you add an immense amount of charm, it becomes a devastating combination. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mrs. Nurjan Bilgrami. Thank you very much. To present this memento, I shall invite Mr. Hamid Jafar of the well-known and respected Jafar family, who helped us found the school, and above all, who is a great philanthropist. He is virtually our godfather, guide, and friend in need. We all look up to him and look forward to him helping us reach our goal. Hamid bhai. Hamid bhai, ya aap deenge. This is not all.
The valedictory speech will be presented by Ruqayya Samin from the Department of Communication Design. Ruqayya Samin graduated with 85.6%, which was the highest amongst the graduating class of 1996.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming here today. It's a wonderful day for us, wonderful in so many different ways. For once, I've skipped work, and all my bosses are here as well. And the celebrations in the air, you can almost breathe it like the smell of fresh spring. You can also feel thick layers of nostalgia. All these graduates, their parents, their teachers, and their colleagues, they're all sitting here thinking their own thoughts, their own memories, and probably wondering about the refreshments. And I think there's magic in the air. Or maybe it's the enormity of the occasion that makes it so. Nay, there is magic in the air. 4 years ago, when we enrolled, this very occasion seemed like a distant dream. 4 years by themselves seem perpetual, but today it's time we take a step beyond that. And the feeling is almost euphoric. It's followed with a sense of longing and pride for the institution itself, the institution which grew its walls and laid out its corridors as we crawled towards the end of our stay. It's satirical how humans attach themselves to places they visit. Same is true of cats, actually, especially when they're born, bred, and kicked around in Indus Valley. And all you newcomers, amuse thyselves with our cat's 9 lives and more. And whatever you do, don't let Samuel catch you at it. In fact, don't let him ever catch you at anything. We were lucky we had Farida around for some time. She was fun. Her threats were fun too, not to mention all the notices she kept herself busy with. Ever since she moved on to a new job, we haven't had so many notices. And now that we're really traveling down the memory lane, let's remember Mrs. Taira Chaudhary in fondest of our memories. She is a warm, compassionate, and a very pretty lady. Made us exercise. It was a healthy effort, only too early in the morning. But if we had followed the routine, I'm sure thesis would not have given all of us a pain in the back. Just kidding. Thesis was fun. It was the most engaging experience for most of us. Engaging because you can't escape it. It's remedial, it's catharsis, and it's a climax. You swing between the simulated and the tangible reality as you grasp onto your fantasy projects. Small people, huge dreams. Little time, ambitious designs. Even you don't know how you will do it. I must commend all our coordinators and advisors for having a perverse, deep faith in our dreams. It's a heart-rending, proud realization. Another not-so-proud realization, however, is how all our emotional and functional needs attach themselves to one project, one conviction. You cut down your shower time, you cut down your food, you cut down your talk. Everything seems to take too much energy. All that you long to do is finish your thesis and go home. And the time before the jury, it's even more eternal and short. All your previous doubts and fears hound you sleepless. And you really can't stretch another 3 months out of the last 12 hours. And remember, your teacher particularly told you to take a longer shower this time. So what do? You pray. Hope is such an unruly emotion. But dreams and hopes is cement and bricks for our world. People think that we live in a surrealistic world. I don't know. We're not doctors of the body. We're not doctors of the body, but we're artists. We save the soul. We deal with real issues that bankers and stockbrokers, lawyers and professors deal with. We wake up to the same sun, we eat the same food, only less money to pay for it with. And today, it's a real honor to step into these gowns and be a part of the academic procession. We couldn't have been happier anywhere else in the planet. This was home. Once again, thank you all for being here. The pleasure was ours.
May I now request the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan, to present his concluding remarks.
جناب خالد اسحاق صاحب، خواتین و حضرات، آپ کی اجازت سے میں اردو میں بولوں گا۔ اگرچہ میں نے بچپن سے انگریزی پڑھی ہے اور انگلستان اور امریکہ میں پروفیسر بھی رہا ہوں، لیکن اب 15-20 سال سے عام آدمیوں کے ساتھ کام کرتے کرتے میں بھی عامیانہ ہو گیا ہوں اور اپنی انگریزی تقریباً بھولتا جا رہا ہوں۔ خیر، جو اعلیٰ ترین بلند پایہ نصیحتیں آپ کے لیے ضروری تھیں وہ تو خالد اسحاق صاحب نے دے دی ہیں۔ میں چند عام باتیں آپ سے کروں گا جیسے میں نے پچھلے سال بھی کی تھیں۔ میں جو کچھ کہنا چاہتا ہوں وہ ایک قسم کا ریپیٹیشن ہے۔ مولوی روم نے یہ قصہ لکھا ہے کہ حضرت مجنون جب اسکول میں داخل ہوئے اور الف بے پہ ان کو پڑھانا شروع کیا تو لام تک وہ پہنچے اور اس سے انہیں لیلا کا نام لکھنا آ گیا۔ اس کے بعد انہوں نے اور کچھ نہیں کیا، بس وہی لیلا کا نام لکھتے رہتے تھے۔ استادوں نے کہا کہ بیوقوف آگے بھی تو چل۔ اس نے کہا نہیں، میرے لیے یہی کافی ہے۔ گفت مشق نام لیلا می کنم خاطر خود را تسلی می دہم۔ تو میں تو وہی ایک بات دہرائے جاتا ہوں۔ اس میں پہلی بات، اس کے مخاطب اس انڈس ویلی اسکول کے فاؤنڈرز اور اس کے معاونین ہیں، لیکن در حقیقت خطاب ہماری مڈل کلاس سے ہے۔ ایک دھوم مچی ہوئی ہے کہ پاکستان کے پولیٹیشنز کچھ نہیں کرتے، پاکستان کی گورنمنٹ اچھا کام نہیں کرتی، پاکستان کے لیڈرز کچھ نہیں کرتے، ملک تباہ ہو رہا ہے۔ اگر آپ نے تھوڑی سی بھی سوشیولوجی پڑھی ہو تو اس میں پہلی بات یہ بتائی جاتی ہے کہ وہ جو کہے جیسی روح ویسے فرشتے، جیسی قوم ہوتی ہے ویسے ہی لیڈر ہوتے ہیں، ویسی حکومت وہاں کی ہوتی ہے۔ وہ ہمارے گورنرز، ہمارے رولرز، ہماری ایلیٹ، وہ تو ہمارا عکس ہے۔ تو یہ سب کہہ رہے ہیں پاکستان تباہ ہو گیا، اور وہ ٹھیک کیسے ہوگا کہ ہمارے رولرز کی اصلاح کی جائے گی۔ ورلڈ بینک کے آدمی آ کے اور ہمارے رولرز کی اصلاح کریں گے۔ قوم کی اصلاح اگر ہوگی، ہم لوگ پاکستانی اگر پیچھے رہ گئے ہیں تو اس کی وجہ یہ ہے کہ وہ جو بنیادی کام ہے وہ نہیں کیا جا رہا۔ اور اب میں یہ کہوں گا کہ اس کام کی نوعیت، اس کی مثال آپ کے سامنے ہے۔ انڈس ویلی اسکول کا قائم کرنا یہ دکھاتا ہے کہ قوم کے مسئلے کیسے، قوم کا مسئلہ کیسے حل کیا جائے گا۔ مڈل کلاس کو یہ سب کام کرنے ہیں، اور میں مڈل کلاس کو تو چھوڑ دیجئے، 16 سال سے میں اورنگی میں کام کر رہا ہوں، وہاں اب یہ صاف نظر آ رہا ہے کہ لوگوں کو اپنے مسئلے خود حل کرنے ہوں گے۔ اورنگی کے آدمیوں کو اگر اپنی گلیوں کی گندگی دور کرنی ہے تو خود گلیاں بنانی ہوں گی، اگر ان کو تعلیم عام کرنی ہے تو خود اسکول قائم کرنے ہوں گے، اگر ان کو صحت ٹھیک کرنی ہے تو خود کلینک قائم کرنے ہوں گے۔ یہ جو ایک قسم کا دھوکہ دے رکھا تھا کہ سب کچھ ہمارے لیے کر دیا جائے گا، یہ گورنمنٹ کا کام ہے، یہ پولیٹیشینز کا کام ہے کہ یہ سارے مسئلے حل کریں، یہ ایک دھوکہ ہے۔ اور جس دن یہ دھوکہ دور ہوگا تو ہماری اصلاح شروع ہو جائے۔ ہمیں خود یہ سب کچھ کرنا ہوگا۔ پچھلے سال بھی میں نے کہا تھا کہ اگر کراچی کی مڈل کلاس نے اپنے اسکول خود قائم نہیں کیے ہوتے تو آپ سمجھ سکتے ہیں کہ سرکاری اسکولوں میں کتنے آدمی تعلیم پاتے، وہ خواہ صحت ہو یا ہاؤسنگ ہو۔ یہ 4 بنیادی مسئلے ہیں، ہاؤسنگ اور سینیٹیشن، ہیلتھ، ایجوکیشن اور امپلائمنٹ۔ اس میں اگر ہم نے خود اپنے ادارے قائم نہیں کیے تو گورنمنٹ یہ کام نہیں کر سکے۔ اور اگر آپ غور کریں تو ہم دوسرے ملکوں سے اس معاملے میں بہت پیچھے رہ گئے۔ خیر میں اس تفصیل میں نہیں جانا چاہتا، میں کہتا ہوں کہ یہ بہت بڑا کام آپ لوگوں نے کیا ہے اور سب کو یہی کرنا ہے، بجائے سرکار کی طرف دیکھنے کے اور یہ امید کرنے کے کہ وہ ہمارے مسئلے حل کریں گے۔ ہم کو ان سے وفا کی ہے امید جو نہیں جانتے وفا کیا ہے، وہ نہیں ہوگا۔ ہم کو خود سب کچھ کرنا ہوگا۔ حتیٰ یہ ہے کہ ہر جگہ ڈاکے پڑ رہے ہیں، وہ لڑکے انہیں یہ سمجھایا گیا ہے کہ یہ محنت کرنا، مزدوری کرنا، بوجھ ڈھونا یہ سب بیکار ہے، بندوق اٹھاؤ اور بھتہ وصول کرو اور ڈاکہ مارو۔ اب جناب اگر یہ کہا جائے کہ پولیس ہمیں بھتے سے، تو پولیس تو خود ہی بھتہ لے رہی ہے، وہ کیا ہمیں بھتے سے بچائے گی؟ چنانچہ اورنگی میں جہاں پر انہوں نے یہ کیا کہ خود اپنا پیرا دینے لگے، راتوں کو جاگے، اپنی حفاظت خود کی اور ڈاکہ کم ہو گیا۔ اور یہی آپ لوگوں کو بھی کرنا ہوگا، ورنہ یہ بینڈٹری جو ہے یہ بڑھ رہی ہے اور بڑھے۔ خیر، تو یہ تو میں آپ لوگوں کو جنہوں نے اس ادارے کو قائم کیا ہے ان کو یہ کہتا ہوں کہ آپ یہ بنیادی کام کر رہے ہیں۔ اگر آپ لوگ یہ اسکول قائم نہیں کرتے تو ایک خلا ہوتا، اس خلے کو کوئی پورا نہیں کرتا، آپ نے یہ کر دیا اور ہر جگہ یہی کرنا ہوگا۔ تو میری طرف سے مبارکباد قبول کریے اور یہ سمجھ لیجئے کہ یہ کوئی چھوٹا کام نہیں ہے، یہ بہت بڑا کام ہے، اس لیے کہ اگر اسی کو ہر جگہ کیا جائے، اگر ہم یہ ذمہ داری لے لیں، اور ہماری مڈل کلاس اس معاملے میں سب سے پیچھے رہ گئی ہے۔ ایک مسلمانوں میں یہ عام محاورہ ہے یا مثل ہے کہ قیامت کی نشانی یہ ہوگی کہ نفسی نفسی لگی ہوگی، ہر شخص یہ کہہ رہا ہوگا کہ بس میں میرا پیٹ بھرے، میں سب کچھ لے لوں، اور اس کا نتیجہ یہ ہوگا کہ زبردست فساد ہوگا اور وہ معاشرہ ختم ہو جائے۔ تو ہمارے یہاں نفسی کی حالت ہے، اور اس کا علاج یہ ہے کہ اس نفسی کے بجائے کچھ ایثار پیدا ہو، چنانچہ جہاں ترقی ہو رہی ہے وہاں آپ یہی دیکھیں گے کہ لوگ اپنا پیٹ بھی بھر رہے ہیں، اپنی ترقی بھی کر رہے ہیں، لیکن ساتھ ساتھ کچھ وقت، کچھ روپیہ، کچھ محنت عوام کے لیے، عام لوگوں کے لیے بھی۔ اچھا خیر، یہی بات میں پھر دہراؤں گا۔ اب میں مخاطب ہوتا ہوں یہ جو ہمارے نئے گریجویٹس نکل رہے ہیں، ان کو دو باتیں مجھے کہنی ہیں۔ ایک تو یہ ہے، مسلمانوں نے یہ محاورہ بنایا تھا کہ کسب کمال کن کے عزیز جہاں شوی، ایکسیلنس پیدا کرو۔ وہی خالد اسحاق صاحب نے بھی وہی بات کہی ہے کہ اس معاملے میں بھی ہم پاکستان کے اندر پیچھے رہ گئے ہیں۔ جب ہم ورلڈ بینک میں جاتے ہیں تو ہم معین قریشی اور جاوید برقی بن جاتے ہیں، لیکن پاکستان میں ایکسیلنس نظر نہیں آتی۔ تو ان طالب علموں سے میں پہلی بات یہ کہہ رہا ہوں کہ کمال حاصل کرنے کی کوشش کریے، اپنے پروفیشن میں زبردست اسکل حاصل کیجیے، اور اگر یہ نہیں کریں گے تو پیچھے رہ جائیں گے، سب سے پیچھے رہ جائیں گے، اور کچھ حاصل نہیں ہوگا، کیونکہ یہ روپیہ دولت یہ سب جمع کر لینا، اور وہ بھی دھوکے بازی سے، بے ایمانی سے، چالاکی سے، اس سے کچھ حاصل نہیں ہوتا ہے۔ یہ ایک سراب ہے جو بہت جلد نظروں سے اوجھل ہو جاتا ہے۔ خیر، یہ تو مجھے پہلی بات کہنی ہے کہ اپنے پروفیشن میں اسکل حاصل کریے، کمال حاصل کریے، تو ساری دنیا میں آپ عزیز ہو جائیں گے۔ دوسری بات جو میں کہنا چاہتا ہوں وہ یہ ہے، یہ نفسی والی بات ہے کہ صرف اپنی ترقی پر قانع نہیں ہو جائیے، اور یہ پاکستان کی سب سے بڑی کمزوری ہے۔ یوں اب میں یہ دیکھیے، میں یہ کہتا ہوں کہ آپ پاکستان کی اس کمزوری پر غور کریے کہ ہمارے یہاں ایلیٹ تو موجود ہے، پروفیشنلز موجود ہیں، لیکن جو عوام الناس ہیں، عام آدمی ہیں، ان کی وہ کوئی مدد نہیں کرتے، ان کو وہ کچھ نہیں سکھاتے۔ میں آپ کو مثالیں دوں گا تاکہ میری بات واضح ہو جائے۔ اب مثلاً ہمارے یہاں آرکیٹیکٹ ہیں، اور یہ اور آرکیٹیکٹ بن کے آ رہے ہیں۔ اورنگی میں ہم کام کر رہے تھے، وہاں 1,00,000 گھر لوگوں نے بنائے ہیں۔ تو امیر آدمی کا گھر جب بنتا ہے تو انجینئر اور آرکیٹیکٹ اسے بناتے ہیں، اور غریب آدمی کا گھر جب بنتا ہے تو وہاں نہ آرکیٹیکٹ کی رائے ہے نہ انجینئر۔ اس کا آرکیٹیکٹ کون ہے، اس کا انجینئر کون ہے؟ راج مستری۔ ایسے ہی غریب آدمی جب بیمار ہوتا ہے تو اس کا علاج کون کرتا ہے؟ کویک، اسپریچول کویک بھی اور فزیکل کویک بھی، وہ اس کا علاج کرتے ہیں۔ نتیجہ کیا ہوتا ہے؟ نتیجہ یہ ہوتا ہے کہ جب ہم نے NED کے اسٹوڈنٹ سے سروے کرائی تو 40% ان بیچارے غریب آدمیوں کی گھروں کی دیواریں پھٹ گئی تھیں۔ یہ میں آپ لوگوں کو بتاتا ہوں کیوں۔ شگاف ہو گیا تھا، کریک ہو گئے تھے، اور بالکل سمپل وجہ تھی۔ جب انجینئرز اور آرکیٹیکٹ نے اس کو کھنگولا، تلاش کیا کہ اس کی وجہ کیا ہے، تو وہ سمپل وجہ یہ تھی کہ وہ بنیاد کی اہمیت نہیں سمجھتے، بنیاد میں کچرا بھر دیتے ہیں، بنیاد کمزور ہوتی ہے، اور جب دیوار اس پر اٹھتی ہے بنیاد پر تو اس کے بوجھ سے وہ دبتی ہے اور دیوار کریک ہو جاتی ہے۔ یہ کس کی کوتاہی ہے؟ اچھا، اگر ان کو راج مستریوں کو سکھایا جائے، اور دوسرے ملکوں میں یہی ہوا ہے، ان کے جو راج مستری ہیں مثلاً آپ یہ لیجئے امریکہ، جہاں پر ہم خاص طور پر ٹریننگ لینے کے لیے گئے تھے، 1860 میں وہاں لینڈ گرانٹ کالج قائم ہوئے، اور لینڈ گرانٹ کالج کا کام یہ تھا کہ وہ جو عام کسان ہے جو کھیتی باڑی کرتا ہے اس کے مسئلے لیے جائیں، ان پر تحقیق کی جائے، ان پر ریسرچ کی جائے، بہتر طریقے، امپروو میتھڈز معلوم کیے جائیں، امپروو ویرائٹیز معلوم کی جائے، اور پھر اس کو بتایا جائے۔ 20-30 سال میں جب یونیورسٹی کے پروفیسروں نے، سوئل سائنٹسٹ نے یہ سب کام کیا اور ان کو سکھایا، 30 سال میں وہ دنیا کے سب سے اچھے کسان بن گئے۔ اور یہی ہمارا، جب میں بنگال میں کام کر رہا تھا تو ہمارا جو بنگالی کسان چاول اگاتا تھا تو اس کی فصل 15 من فی ایکڑ ہوتی تھی، اور جاپان میں 80 من ہوتی ہے۔ اس کی وجہ کیا ہے؟ وجہ بالکل سمپل تھی، اور وہ اس سمپل وجہ اور بھی اچھی طرح ہماری سمجھ میں آ گئی جب ہم نے 4 جاپانی کسان وہاں منگائے اور ان کو وہی 1.5 ایکڑ زمین جو ہمارے کسانوں کے پاس تھی وہ ان کو دی، تو وہ 80 من تو نہیں کر سکے، وہاں تھوڑی دیر لگتی، زمین بھی کچھ وقت لگتا ہے اس کو ڈیولپ کرنے میں، لیکن 60-70 من پر تو وہ دوسرے ہی سال میں پہنچ گئے وہی جاپانی۔ اور پھر ہمارے آدمی جو تھے انہوں نے جب ان سے سیکھا تو وہ 50 من 60 من بہت آسانی سے 15 من کے بجائے۔ اچھا، یہی بات مجھے طالب علموں سے کہنی ہے۔ اب میں ایک مثال دیتا ہوں، مثلاً کہ یہاں سب کچھ موجود ہے، اگر آپ نیشنل ایگریکلچر ریسرچ کونسل میں جائیں، اگر آپ فیصل آباد یونیورسٹی میں جائیں تو ان کو سب معلومات حاصل ہیں، امپروو میتھڈز وغیرہ معلوم ہیں۔ یہ معلوم ہے کہ کس طریقے سے ایلڈ زیادہ ہو سکتی ہے، لیکن وہ کسانوں تک نہیں پہنچاتے۔ یہی جیسے میں نے کہا کہ ہمارے یہاں آرکیٹیکٹ موجود ہیں، انجینئرز موجود ہیں، لیکن راج مستری جو ہے وہ کچرا بھر دیتا ہے بنیاد میں، اور نتیجہ یہ ہوتا ہے کہ مفلسی میں آٹا گیلا، اس بیچارے نے اپنی ساری عمر کی جو کمائی اس میں لگائی تھی وہ دیوار پھٹ جاتی۔ خیر، ایسے ہی ریسرچ کونسل میں سب کچھ موجود ہے لیکن کسانوں تک وہ نہیں پہنچاتے۔ تو میرا کہنا، ایک اور میں مثال دیتا ہوں، نور جہاں بیلگرامی نے، اگر آپ اس کی ورکشاپ میں جائیں، اس قدر زبردست فیبرک، نئے ڈیزائن، اور سب سے بڑی بات یہ ہے کہ ویجیٹیبل ڈائز، اس سب کا تجربہ کر کے رکھ لیا۔ اب ضرورت اس بات کی ہے، مثلاً یہ کہ وہ ویجیٹیبل ڈائز کا جو را میٹیریل ہے وہ ہمارے گاؤں میں پیدا ہونے لگے، وہ کسان تک پہنچانا ہے کہ بھئی تو یہ کر، اسے کیکر کے بیج چاہیے، کیکر کے بیج ہمارے کسان پیدا کرتے ہیں، نیل، یہ سب چیزیں۔ تو مجھے صرف آپ لوگوں سے یہ کہنا ہے کہ خدا کے واسطے ایک تو اپنے اس میں کمال پیدا کریے، لیکن تھوڑی سی توجہ اس طرف بھی دیجیے، اور اس کا نام اسلامی زبان میں ایثار رکھا گیا ہے کہ نہ صرف اپنی طرف توجہ دیجیے، نہ صرف نفسی کریے، بلکہ تھوڑا سا ایثار کریے دوسرے لوگوں کو۔ آپ کے پاس جو علم ہے وہ دوسروں کے پاس بھی لے جائیے۔ تو میرا تو وہ لیلا کے نام کی مشق یہی ہے کہ مڈل کلاس سے میں یہ کہتا ہوں کہ خدا کے واسطے اپنا فرض جو ہے وہ ادا کریے، یہ سب ادارے قائم کریے، اپنے اس کو سنبھالیے، اور پھر آپ دیکھیے گا کہ وہ حکومت میں آپ کی کارگزاری کا، آپ کی محنت کا عکس کس طریقے سے آتا ہے۔ اور یہ جو ہماری پروفیشنل ایلیٹ ہے، خواہ وہ انجینئرز ہوں या डॉक्टर्स हों या आर्किटेक्ट हों या आर्टिस्ट हों या नूरजहां बिलग्रामी हो, उनसे मेरा कहना ये है कि अपना इल्म ये उन हमारे किसान, कारीगर, वीवर्स इन तक पहुँचाइए। तो गुफ्त मश्क़ नाम लैला मी कुनम खातिर खुदरा तसल्ली मी।
Mr. Chairman, may I request you to please declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed. Very happy.
The graduating students are requested to assemble near the stage for the tree planting ceremony immediately after the departure of the convocation procession. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remain seated. After the departure of the convocation procession, further announcements will be made. This remarkable structure under which we are gathered today has been designed by one of the founders of this school, architect Shahid Abdullah. He was assisted by the alumni and the architecture students of the 6th semester. A large number of individuals and organizations have helped in various ways in physically making possible today's event. The Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture would like to express its deep gratitude to all of them, especially to Mr. Tawfiq Chinoy of International Industries Limited, Mr. Naveed Ahmed of H. Nizamdeen and Sons, Mr. Abbas Akbar Ali of Amreli Steel Private Limited. Two persons who deserve special mention are Mrs. Anjum Parvez, who has worked tirelessly with her team to landscape the area, and Mr. Zamir Siddiqui, who, along with his team, has been responsible for erecting this interesting structure. Ladies and gentlemen, an exhibition of art and architectural works of the faculty and a display of selected works of the graduating students may be viewed on the second level. In addition, students of the 3 faculties have created environmental installations supervised by Mrs. Sumaya Durrani, which can be seen on the first level and in the main courtyard, which is visible from all levels. Before you join us for tea, I would like to invite Mr. Akil Bilgrami, one of the founders of the school, to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. This is not part of the convocation proceedings, but it is, I think, an ideal occasion for me to just say a few words about our campus. You all know that, you're all aware that the campus is almost complete now. We have been able to do this through the generosity of a large number of individuals, corporations, firms, etc., and from the private sector. We collected 35 million rupees, that's 3.5 crores, in these last 4 years, to be able to put up this main building. Our immediate target now is the completion of the Nasarwanji building, of which you have heard in the Executive Director's speech. The Nasarwanji building has already been dismantled stone by stone and is lying on the adjacent plot. Our requirement is 18 million, and we would like to invite you all to participate in this historic event. It is perhaps the first time in this part of the world, in Asia, that a building of this magnitude, 3 stories, 20,000 square feet, is being moved from one location to another. And Indus Valley School is doing it. The scheme that we are offering to you all is to contribute to this effort, to buy a stone for 100 rupees. You already have in your folders a form which is, I think, a sponsorship form. There's a table inside there which will be manned by Mr. Hamid Jafar and Mr. Mushtaq Chhapra and Mr. Shahid Abdullah. There's also a list of people there who have already contributed 100,000 rupees each to move Nasarwanji. And our target is to make this list into 100 names. These names will be recognized, will be acknowledged on the building, and it says these are the 100 who moved Nasarwanji. Now, the table is there, and I invite you to participate in this by buying as many stones as you can afford. And larger contributions, of course, are welcome. Thank you very much. May I invite you to have a cup of tea with us and go around the exhibition. Thank you.